Hello and welcome to Brands Hatch in Kent for rounds 11 and 12 of the Volkswagen Racing Cup. And as you can see, excitement is really starting to build, but mostly for the drivers as they prepare to take on the legendary Grand Prix circuit. This former Grand Prix track is still very special, a place where legends have been made in the past, and it's just as thrilling today. Now, last time out in Belgium, we witnessed some really close racing. To remind us of what happened, here's David Addison.
Lights out, Michael Epps from pole, bags the race lead down towards La Source. One out wide, Jack Walker-Tully in the Sirocco, back on track now. Epps versus Sutton for the race lead, the two of them absolutely together. Epps up the inside, he leads. Down towards Bruxelles, bit of a lock-up, Howard Fuller through on the inside. Orrock to the outside, Sutton on the inside, they touched, up the curve goes Fuller. Epps the race leader as they plunge downhill, but he's under huge pressure from Orrock and Sutton. More contact, Bobby Thompson knocked sideways. Checkered flag for Michael Epps, dominant victor at Spa. 2 out of 2 for Michael Epps at Spa-Francorchamps, his first victories in the Volkswagen Racing Cup. So heading to Brands Hatch, David Sutton it is who leads the championship. Aaron Mason yet to win a race, but he's second ahead of double winner Jack Walker-Tully. Joe Fulbrook is fourth.
It's time for the first race of the day here at Brands Hatch in the VW Cup, and as you can see, the man on pole is today's special guest, Tom Onslow Cole. Very much the man to beat.
I did this once before, I think it was 2011. I went and did the Snetterton round back then, and it actually went very well. I think I qualified second, won the first race and had another good result in the second. But, you know, it's still the same names and same faces here, so I'm expecting this to be a huge amount tougher than it was then. So much so that I insisted on doing the test yesterday. You know, I want to hit the track running today. One of my job roles is on the line here, so Aidan Moffat is guesting here as well this weekend, and in the BTCC I coach him and look after him with his Mercedes team. So I'm hoping I can show him the way home, but there's been some friendly banter about it so far, but we'll see what happens out on track.
Race 1 set to get underway. Tom Onslow Cole, the man on pole position, and with him at the front of the grid is Phil House, former champion. The second row, Aaron Mason and Bobby Thompson. Row 3, Lucas Orrock and Howard Fuller. The fourth row, Joe Fulbrook and David Sutton. And then, look right, there's Aidan Moffat alongside double Spa winner Michael Epps. Moffat versus Onslow Cole will be one to watch as the lights go out. Good getaway made then by House from the outside of the front row, and there's one car slow away there, look, limping up towards Paddock Hill Bend. Leaders turn their way through the right-hander, and Phil House it is who leads the way then as the cars sprint up towards Druids. A better start by House than Onslow Cole, who's dropped back into what, third place, look, as they work their way around Druids for the first time. Phil House, double champion in the Volkswagen Beetle era. He's yet to win on his return to the championship with the Sirocco, but he's in the box seat at the moment. It's the full Grand Prix circuit in use this weekend as well, and they're about to turn left through Surtees onto the Grand Prix section for the first time. Onslow Cole there was having a look at the inside to try to find a way by. Orrock is on the outside of Robert Barrable and they touch, but they survive. House leads the way, running second and darting out from behind is Aaron Mason. Second in the championship is Aaron, but yet to win this year, but he's in the lead of the race. Look, he's got his nose in front, round the outside as they dive down towards the right-hander at Hawthorne, and he's gone through. Aaron Mason, former champion, takes over the race lead, and Phil House tries to fight back on the inside, partly to get the lead back from Mason, but also now he's got to defend from Tom Onslow Cole. TOC challenging as they head uphill through Dingledale towards Sheen Curve, couldn't quite make the move stick on the inside, and now look, Phil House having to defend that second place already. He's dropping away from the race leader as the cars now head down towards Clearways for the first time. It's Aaron Mason in the lead, Phil House second, Tom Onslow Cole in the white car third, and there the championship leader David Sutton in the black Sirocco, keeping Joe Fulbrook's blue and white Golf at bay. Fulbrook's had a win this year, Sutton has had 4 of them. He's the championship leader, but he needs to get himself back onto the top step of the podium this weekend as Lucas Orrock Sirocco goes up the inside of Fulbrook in a sideways barrel up the curve. The green and white Golf wallops the curve and gets sideways, but a good save that by Robert Barrable. Successful rally driver as well as circuit racer, and he manages to hang on to the place. On board with Lucas Orrock at Druids, he's looking for a way back ahead of David Sutton as they turn downhill. Out of Graham Hill Bend, along Cooper Straight now. And there's one on the grass in the background, is that Jack Walker-Tully? I think it may well have been the double winner at Rockingham off the road. Now, Sutton versus Orrock versus Fulbrook. The rest of the pack chasing on behind. Fulbrook in turn has got Howard Fuller behind him. There is Michael Epps battling with Joe McMillan. Fulton Park winner McMillan, double Spa winner is Epps, and there was a car there, look, parked by the side of the road, out of the race. Dan Clark, I think we've lost, I'm afraid, early doors from this race as the race leaders head towards Hawthorne. Number 1, Joe Fulbrook, the reigning champion, pulls out, has a look. And this was how he lost the place to Lucas Orrock, who's through on the inside. But look at Barrable, closing speed, very, very discernible. He wallops the curb as he went for a gap on the inside, not really to overtake, more to try and prevent himself from running in the back of the traffic. And now Fulbrook attacks David Sutton up at Druids. Round the outside comes Barrable to try to make the move, and it still doesn't pay off for him. Down to Graham Hill Bend once more. David Sutton, the championship leader, falling away now because he's very busy defending. Team Hardcar 22, Howard Fuller, big accident here last year. This year, keeping out of trouble and going strongly for points. And Robert Barrable, who we've not seen during the whole season, but when we do see him, he's always a feisty competitor, still looking to gain more places. And it's Joe Fulbrook just up the road ahead of him. The race leaders work their way down towards Hawthorne once more. There, look, Fulbrook to the outside in the blue and white Golf round the outside of Sutton Sirocco, and the white car of Robert Barrable trying to squeeze up the inside, but the Brands Grand Prix circuit is not the widest of laps, and therefore there's just no room for Barrable, and that's Fulbrook and Sutton making contact, and off they go! Through the gravel is Sutton, sideways Joe Fulbrook. Barrable benefits out of all of that, and he's ahead now of Epps and McMillan. Trouble is, those two are right on his tail, so although he's gained a couple of places, Robert Barrable is in danger of losing out again. Michael Epps with damage on the left-hand side, right up behind him as the race leaders come across the line. It's Aaron Mason ahead of Phil House, Mason in the red and white Sirocco, House in the green and silver colours, and there, the white and green Golf of Barrable defending from Epps, the blue Sirocco. And Joe McMillan is next in the queue, McMillan having had that win at Alton Park, but he's not really had the pace since, but here, he's doing his best to get ahead of the double Spa winner. Michael Epps, good single-seater racer, moving to Tony Gillam's Team Hard squad for the Volkswagen Racing Cup this year. Here's the replay. David Sutton up the inside of Joe Fulbrook. There's contact, Fulbrook goes sideways, Sutton goes off the road, and Barrable says thank you very much, and he gains 2 places as they sort themselves out. Now up front, Aaron Mason's advantage is diminishing. Phil House is having a real push now. He's getting up onto the tail of the race leader. In 3rd place still, it's Tom Onslow Cole, and the cars work their way round Westfield, plunge downhill through Dingle Dale. The top 2 has won. And there's more contact there. Simon Andrews getting involved with Graham Ewing's car. That was coming out of Surtees. And there's broken suspension for Ewing. He is out of the race, and of course he's effectively just been assaulted by the police because Simon Andrews' car is in the Polizei livery, and that was the one that's turned across him and made contact. And we're going to have the safety car. Have a look at this. Andrews on the outside, Ewing on the inside. There is contact. That pitches Simon Andrews way wide. He's sideways. He comes back across the road, and bang! The bite a bit, really, because it was Graham Ewing's initial contact that triggered it. Disabled driver Simon Andrews helped out of the car. Wheelchair user is Simon, but great stalwart racer in this championship and has had some good results in the past. A shame that the car now has ended up with quite a bit of damage. Green flags fly. We're racing once more at Brands Hatch, and that safety car period has brought all the leading groups back together again, so an awful lot can happen on this restart. They work their way through paddock and head uphill. The leader is Aaron Mason, but Phil House and Tom Onslow Cole in the other Siroccos are right up behind him. 33, Lucas Orrock fourth in the white, black and red. Sirocco now tries to make a move up alongside Onslow Cole. He forces Tom out wide, but the former touring car racer has the inside for Graham Hill Bend. He hangs on to third place, therefore. Up front, Aaron Mason still leading, but Phil House in the green and silver Sirocco looking for a way by. It's a 20-minute race, and we haven't got too many racing laps left now. After the safety car period, the clock ticking away. The race leaders plunge downhill once again. There is Lucas Orrock trying to attack, trying to defend at the same time, because Howard Fuller, Michael Epps, Robert Barrable, Joe McMillan are all queued up behind him. This is Lucas Orrock's view as they go down towards Hawthorne. Orrock is on the back of Onslow Cole. In the meantime, the race leader is Aaron Mason, and House having to defend his second place there. Michael Epps right on the back of Howard Fuller, so things can yet change out of all of this as they work their way down towards Clearways. But the question is, can they squeeze one more lap out of this? I suspect, looking at the clock, this is going to be the last lap then. I don't think they've got time for another lap, so coming through this time, it looks as though it could well be a first win of the year for Aaron Mason as they drop down towards Clearways. But what's going to go on behind him? It's House ahead of Onslow Cole, ahead of Orrock. Checkered flag is being made ready, and so Aaron Mason is on target for a win. Up they come towards the timing line. Honours in round 11 of the championship go to Aaron Mason, who wins. Second is Phil House. Tom Onslow Cole takes third. Orrock is fourth. Fuller fifth. Joe Fulbrook comes across the line with damage down in ninth place. And drama at the end, Aidan Moffat backwards into the gravel. So, a lively race, and a relieved Aaron Mason takes a first win of the year. Phil House on the podium ahead of the guesting Tom Onslow Cole. Lucas Orrock comes home fourth.
Feels like I've got the monkey off my back again for the first time. It's been a long time I've been on the podium, really. It's been, what, 3 events, so glad to have the pace back in the car and you know, be on top form.
It was brilliant but frustrating. Great start, and I know I had the pace to win the race, but my gear lever, or the gear knob, came off on the first lap.
What? So what happened there?
I don't know, the top just came off it, which gave Aaron the run when I was going third to fourth gear, and sort of settling behind him. And I knew Aaron's car is very good at the start and usually goes off towards the end, so I was just waiting for the end. The safety car did not help me at all. I really could have done with those sort of 3 laps behind there just to press on a little bit, but great fun race.
Thank you. When you put it on pole in qualifying by a healthy margin as well, it's always a shame to drop back from there, but still to be on the podium was fantastic. I think my race went down the pan as I sat there wheel spinning on the line.
You didn't get the best of starts, to
no,
be fair.
that was terrible. I had a terrible start, but I guess that's part of jumping in for the weekend, isn't it? You don't get an opportunity to get these things necessarily all right. Hopefully I'll be able to get a better one in race 2 and stay on the podium and maybe even climb a little higher. But a great race, I really enjoyed it.
And there's another great fun race coming up very shortly, because the second part of this double header from Brands Hatch is coming up after the break.
This free Aviva Drive app measures how safely you drive, and you could save £104 on your car insurance, because your price is based not just on who you are, but how you drive. Oh, you wouldn't catch me on one of them things.
Safer drivers save an average of £104 on their car insurance with the free Aviva Drive app.
Build and drive the Lamborghini Huracan. Unique, radio control ready and complete with a powerful nitro engine. Go online now to buildthehuracan.com and discover how you can build and drive this stunning 1 to 10 scale model. With high quality parts and a step-by-step assembly guide. This unique supercar is only available to Model Space. So go to buildthehuracan.com and get your exclusive offer today.
I used to battle frizz after every wash. Then my stylist told me about a Salon Smooth that lasts even through washes.
New Tresemme Keratin Smooth 7-day heat-activated treatment. Activate with heat and you'll enjoy frizz resistance for as many as 7 days. Tresemme, professional at your fingertips.
Oh, greetings! New Comfort Intense at your laundry service. What are your 3 washes? Wishes.
Incredibly intense freshness out of the wash, out of the cupboard, and intense freshness that lasts and lasts.
Granted. All from every teeny-weeny ultra-concentrated drop. New Comfort Intense. All the freshness you could wish for.
How Sif broke the curse of the streaks. The princess cleaned and cleaned, but horrid streaks cursed her bathroom until she summoned Sif, Power and Shine. Sif banished all the lime scale and streaks. For 100% streak-free shine, there's always a beautiful ending with Sif, Power and Shine.
We need something that says dependable.
Pounds to Pocket do loans from 6 to 12 months, depending on what suits you.
Find out more at poundstopocket.co.uk.
Oh my goodness me. Poor Harlow. He was just half the weight he should have been when I found him.
What have they done to you?
It makes me so upset when I see incredible animals neglected like this. But Harlow is just one of 120,000 animals that we rescue every year. Fortunately, I got to Harlow in time. But right now, there are thousands of animals experiencing unimaginable pain and suffering, and we desperately need your help today to rescue them. Please call 0800 313 4390. Text URGENT to 81025 or visit our website to give £2 a month now. Thank you.
It's time for race 2 now here at Brands Hatch, and this one should be a little bit special. We've got Michael Epps on pole and Howard Fuller tucked in just behind him. This is going to be an incredible race.
After 2 wins at Spa, Michael Epps is the man on pole position. Howard Fuller lining up with him at the front of the grid. It's round 12 of the championship. It's a 20-minute race. It's go! Good start made by Fuller from the outside of the front row. Aaron Mason from 6th on the grid. The race 1 winner is in a big hurry as he works his way around the outside, and there's drama in the background. There's contact. We've got a car in the barrier. At least one, in fact, off the road as the leaders head up towards Druids. Michael Epps leads the way. In 2nd spot, it is Mason from 6th on the grid. Howard Fuller gets forced out wide and a red flag. Race stop already. Red flag being shown at Druids. Some drivers have got the message, but not all. But the race is being stopped. Now, just at the back of the shot, we saw one car turn right towards the barrier, and so there has been an incident, to say the least, and the race being stopped. So, not even a safety car period straight away, with cars beached on the road and a tar barrier destroyed. The race is stopped. Laura Tillet's car is one that's been involved. So the car's accelerated replay up towards paddock. But keep a look at the back of the pack. One suddenly veers right, 2 end up in the barriers and rebound into the middle of the circuit. And so, in the end, I think we've lost about 4 of them from that. We'll piece them together in a moment. Let's try and catch up, though, with what happened to Laura Tillett.
Laura, well, firstly, are you okay after that? It looked nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty hard impact, but I'm fine, yeah.
What happened?
Well, all I know was that someone's come across to the side of me and then I just ended up hitting the wall. So I'm not sure how everybody else ended up with all the damage, but for me it was the side impact from someone else.
So we lose Laura Tillett, Paul DeHadre, Damani Marcano and Simon Tomlinson from the restart, which is about to get underway now. Another good start made by Aaron Mason. The field accelerates up towards paddock. David Sutton's away quickly as well, but Howard Fuller this time takes over the advantage. Michael Epps slots in behind in 2nd place. Joe McMillan in the blue Sirocco there on the outside. He's trying to gain ground as well as the cars head uphill now for the first time in this restart. Turning their way round Druids. Lucas Orrock trying to gain places. Aaron Mason runs wide onto the grass. He's going to lose loads and loads of ground as he comes back onto the circuit. Howard Fuller then leading the way as they come along Cooper Straight for the first time. Joe McMillan tries to find a way up on the inside there, gets squeezed up onto the grass in the blue Sirocco. It was Aaron Mason who did the squeezing. He's under attack from Robert Barrable as well as they work their way around Surtees onto the Grand Prix loop now. Joe McMillan then tries to gain a place on the drop downhill, but Howard Fuller yet to win this year. For Team Hard, leads the pack at the moment. There, Phil House challenging David Sutton. He's up on the inside of the championship leader. as Tom Onslow Cole now makes his bid for race honours. Howard Fuller defends. Onslow Cole's under attack as well from Michael Epps in third place. The two Golfs battling with the Sirocco as they work their way through Sheen Curve. Epps around the outside of Onslow Cole, and he picks up second place now. Michael Epps on a mission. He started on pole position, didn't make a great getaway, but now he's trying to piece it all together again. He's gained one spot. Orrock is on the back of Tom Onslow Cole as they head down towards Clark Curve, but Howard Fuller hangs on to the advantage. Over the timing line they will come. It's a restarted race, and Howard Fuller leading the pack. Joe Fulbrook through a little bit further down the order as there. Looks at the inside line. Goes Tom Onslow Cole. Can he find a way past Michael Epps? He forces Michael out wide. That means the door is opened, but Epps able to cut across and defend on the run back uphill towards Druids as Lucas Orrock in 33 comes around the outside there, and David Sutton in the black Sirocco was sideways, and there was tyres squealing as he got to Druids. It's all happening, and it's 4 for the race lead then. Howard Fuller having to defend for all he is worth at the moment. There's damage. Look at the front of Phil House's green and silver Sirocco. And Aaron Mason, the race 1 winner, doing his best to fend off Joe McMillan and Joe Fulbrook. The two of them have got themselves together now for a place battle. Meantime, it is still Howard Fuller ahead of his teammate Michael Epps. The two team hardcars run together as they drop downhill now. Epps round the outside. Is that going to be enough to give him the race lead? It is, and Onslow Cole attacking. He's got 2 wheels on the grass, but Howard Fuller just able to repel him. Lucas Orrock runs 4th as they work their way out of Westfield. And Orrock, and you're on board with him now, is becoming ever more of a factor in this leading battle. Through Sheen Curve they go, back on board with Orrock as they break for Stirlings. Onslow Cole at the inside of Fuller, there's contact, and Howard Fuller off through the gravel. Way out through the gravel bed. Has he got the momentum to come out the other side? Orrock on the back of Onslow Cole now. House trying to battle his way up the inside and defend from David Sutton and Aaron Mason. They work their way up over the line. Bits of Phil House's car go flying as he comes over the line now, but up front it's Michael Epps building the advantage over Tom Onslow Cole. Lucas Orrock 3rd. In 4th place then it is Phil House, and there's the incident. Tom Onslow Cole up on the inside of Howard Fuller at Stirling's. Contact made, and that pitches Fuller out wide through the gravel. But Epps did have an advantage, and that advantage has gone. Tom Onslow Cole, hugely experienced saloon car racer now, has managed to get himself right onto the back of Michael Epps, and Tom, former touring car race winner, these days driver coach to Aidan Moffat in the BTCC, heads down towards the yellow flag zone. He's in 2nd spot, he's on the back of Michael Epps. But he can't find a way through at Stirling's into a green flag zone. Now that is Joe Fulbrook, I think, coming to the end of a drama. Big damage for Joe Fulbrook coming out of Sheen Curve. Robert Barrable is involved. He stops on the road, and Joe Fulbrook's car has had a big off. In fact, I think it might have gone over. Looking at the roof is crinkled. So, race leaders come over the line. It is Epps and Onslow Cole together as they work their way up towards paddock. But this, I fear, is going to be a safety car because of Joe Fulbrook's battered Golf lying in the middle of the road on the Grand Prix part of the circuit. Red flag being shown. Red flag, a 2nd stoppage, and that, I fear, is going to be the end. I don't think there's going to be time for a restart. Lucas Orrock trying to gain places, but it's all a forlorn hope this. He's not seen the red flag, has he? Michael Epps has. And so Epps is going to be the race winner on the countback. But the race is stopped, and Joe Fulbrook's car looking decidedly dog-eared. It's Graham Ewing, who is going to be 16th in the classification. So there's no restart, everybody being waved towards the pit lane, and Joe Fulbrook, thankfully, is out of the car, just being checked over. Now let's have a look. He runs wide, puts a wheel onto the dirt, spears across the road, hits the barrier, rolls over at very high speed. Nobody else involved in that. Have a look, Joe Fulbrook just ran wide, put a wheel onto the dirt, the car then slewed across the road, and the angle at which he hits the barrier, side on really, and then it bounces, it digs in, flicks him over. That is a lot of damage, that. Bodywork damage, roof damage as we saw, suspension damaged. That's going to be a big, big repair bill. So, a twice red flag race, only 3 laps counted. Michael Epps, the winner. 2nd, Tom Onslow Cole. Lucas Orrock, home in 3rd place.
I'm happy to take the win. I'm glad about it. But that was a fantastic race for the parts we could actually race during. So Tom OC's showing his colours as usual, which was good fun. And yeah, happy to take the win.
From being doing a lot of 24-hour racing, a lot of endurance stuff, that race there was particularly short. But other than the accident, and I hope those guys are okay. I had a great race. It was very, very busy. It was defending and attacking every corner. So I was very pleased. I enjoyed it. Just wish it could have gone on a little longer.
I've done 24-hour races, and that race pales into insignificance in comparison. But no, I mean, it was just one of those races. Unfortunately, it was just hampered by incidents and all sorts. So, but it's one of those races where you just come out the other side and you go, thank God I survived. But no, it was still good. I think we didn't look quite as racy in the early stages as we did in the first race. But nonetheless, it's still good points and everything. And yeah, like I said, just happy to survive, really.
So what does all that do to the championship? David Sutton still has the advantage, but the advantage has come down. It's only 14 points now over Aaron Mason. Lucas Orrock third, and he's becoming more of a factor as well after 2 lively races.
Well, congratulations to our 2 race winners, Aaron Mason and Michael Epps, for their victories here at Brands Hatch. I'm sure you'll agree this circuit has thrown up some, quite fascinating VW racing. Hope you can join us again for the next round when we head to Snetterton.